was expecting a party.
I'll pull out my wineskin and offer you some.
You can do that.
Thank you.
Wineskins aren't terribly
Oh,
common.
I used to these types of qualities.
I need it for my medicine.
Oh, I see. For my medicine.
That's right.
Would it,
Yeah, I take a sip and then I pour it on whatever.
would it be better to
Oh, it's
put
fine
him
now.
down? Or shall we just leave him?
Is this gentleman not a friend of yours?
Is John
That's
fat?
kind of what it looks like upstairs.
Oh god, he's wearing those pants?
Everybody
Everett's
is.
wearing this pants.
Those-
No wonder he killed himself.
Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Is this John gentleman not a friend of yours? Should we not give him a proper burial?
He was a friend, yes, but I don't know why he would have done this. But look, please, give me a moment to gather my thoughts. Would you all please look around and see if he left a note?
Well,
If you asked what we
There are
could do.
hundreds of pieces of paper on the ground with writing on the
Maybe
floor.
he left something downstairs by chance.
Well, I believe anything of importance is probably here.
As I step backwards.
You walk. You're going downstairs.
Maybe they're shopping downstairs.
Basically.
Is that where you're going?
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Or I'll just
I'll
look at
just
him
do
like,
a quick scan real quick. No, and then like I'm just looking for stuff to grab.
He's down
I'm
at the
downstairs.
bottom of the steps.
Oh,
right?
he's at
There's too many stairs to go.
You've got to see what happens up here.
no, you don't.
It's a small house. If you guys are even a little loud, you can hear each other almost anywhere in the house.
I'm gonna go rifle through the lovely
Sean is the worst
You're gonna start
host
looking
to
through
a
the
party
books.
I've ever been to.
Oh my god. Each of them are diaries. One is obviously the diary of John Croft. Entries start on October 19th, 1602, so a few months ago. The other one appears to be, and this is a bit surprising, the diary of Christopher Marlowe, who is a playwright, and he died in 1893, I believe. He's
1593?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Whew!
1593,
Look,
sorry.
he's a time traveler.
He died in the future. I think that was the year that he died. He was murdered in a tavern. He is well-known playwright. Even you would know that he wrote Dr. Faustus and several other well-received plays that are still being. The Jew of Malta. He wrote that one.
Solid
He was very famous before he died, basically in a fight in a tavern with somebody.
Okay.
Possibly over artistic
Not an
differences.
honorable duel.
No one knows who killed him. No one came forth with that they killed him. So those are what the two books are. You two are in the room as well. What do you want to do?
I'm deciding whether I should check over the body or if I should check over.
Okay, so you're still trying to figure that out. Do you want to do anything?
I'm just gathering my thoughts real quick.
Okay. It doesn't take long. Do you want to try? That's what just opening up these two books and looking at them finds out for you.
Okay.
It'll probably take a few hours or a couple hours at least to read all the way through them if you want to. So.
Okay.
I'm trying to squeeze past this guy on the
Yeah, you can
stairs.
get past him. He's not blocking the stairs. He's standing at the bottom, wiping his brow,
Jesus.
perpetually dripping. Yeah, you can go look. There's a small little kitchen area.
Silver.
No.
No.
It doesn't look like this house was used much. It looks like Croft recently moved in here, and
Nothing looks good.
nothing looks valuable at all. He obviously wasn't very wealthy.
But again, you should come up. And then
You walk back
Start going up the stairs.
Yeah, you can go back up the stairs. You have gathered your thoughts, or however you want to take. What do you want to do? He's looking out the window or something, kind of like
The dirty window.
this or something like this.
Yeah.
No, the dirty window was at the top of the
that's right,
land, and
that's
there's another window looking out onto the street from this room.
What would I use to investigate the body?
You could use medicine or first aid. I think that's all that you would have available.
Okay.
There's no forensic skill, not in this
Yeah.
time period. Ripped up the letter. It's lying on the floor.
Why did I do this?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's a botched suicide. You see there's a stool nearby, that he obviously kicked out from under his feet, but it wasn't high enough to drop, and so it didn't break his neck, and he's strangled to death. It's a pretty terrible way to die, actually. You
Just-
come back in the room.
Oh yeah, no, but
Are you
also
coming up, or are you staying at the bottom of the steps? You can stay down at the bottom of the steps.
Yeah, I'll just stop there. He's,
Okay,
he's
you're just
debating
kind
on
of-
whether to go up the stairs.
Just kind
or
of
not.
leaning,
Just kinda
kind of looking up the stairs. Yeah.
my
That
question
is
about just
legit.
hanging in general too. Why wouldn't you just jump off the chair? Why kick it out from under you?
Well, you're not really in your
Yeah.
right mind.
Jump. I mean, you got a better chance of it jerking out the thing. But anyways, or breaking your thing too. But,
He's dead, and it looks like he died horribly. That's what you're getting out of all this.
but yeah, so
You've picked up the books. You're just holding in your hand, or
Yeah, I'm
what are
gonna
you
go
doing?
over and
Oh,
see
to
what's going
Hawksworth?
on with this guy, but I've got the books.
He is piecing back together the letter that apparently he got. Don't forget there are papers scattered all over the floor. A lot of
Right.
empty
I'll
gin
just look at
bottles.
those.
Okay, you're gonna start
So
gathering
I'm
them up,
gonna-
trying
yeah.
to put them together. It'll probably take hours to figure this out. Sorry, go.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna ask him, do these books mean anything to you?
What do you have?
They're two leather-bound, small leather-bound books.
Diary.
When you open one, you find that it is John Croft's diary. You peek at the other one, and it appears to be the diary of Christopher Marlowe. And you know a lot more about Marlowe. You've been in you were in several of his plays.
This would be very weird for him to have, right? I didn't know that.
He might have been a friend of Marlowe's. You don't know.
I don't know that. Okay.
Yes. You never met Marlowe. Marlowe died like 8 or 9 years ago. So you never actually met him, but you've been in some of the plays at the Globe. They're always well received. They're wonderful plays. He's an amazing writer.
This is a journal of Marlowe's, and didn't know that Croft was a friend of his. But this is Croft's journal. Let's see what the last entry is.
The last entry is January 1st, year of our Lord, 1603. He came upon me tonight. Actually, I'll give you the prop. Look at the last entry right down here.
Right.
You can read it out loud or not.
1st of January, year of our Lord, 1603.
Oh, can I hear this?
The
Or is it
handwriting
just
here
kinda-
is shaky and weak. Yes, you can hear
I
this.
can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Are you like making your way up, or are you still?
He's
just
standing
He's
at
like
the bottom
maybe on
of
like
the
the
steps,
first
just kind of
floor,
listening.
two stairs, and just like
It's like,
One.
nah.
He's not coming up because if he has to come up, he has to go back down.
I heard that.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That was just what I was saying.
I think you did say that.
I know it'd be great if
But
you
no
did.
one asked, so that's what makes it really.
You said it in the
weird.
accent.
I just don't want to lose the accent. Because I'm
Go ahead, keep going.
He came again tonight, almost unbidden. I've tried to stop it, but oh, the rapturous knowledge each visit brings. But I know payment is due. Like the piper, the king demands his vicious due. I am drained. Will called earlier, once again asking me to give up my work. His jealousy is understandable and amuses me greatly. I am weak and feel unwell, but the joys each night brings. My king, make me great. Kadath Raya Ygrek Chadru Om.
Yeah, that's the very last entry.
What?
Does
What
anybody
does that? What are
recognize?
those words you're saying? Is it Latin?
I swear I wasn't babbling again. That's what it says.
Let me
Read
see.
it for yourself.
Just the last entry, unless you're gonna
No,
Bottom right.
looking
no,
through the
just
word.
the last.
Yeah, bottom right. And it is in his handwriting. It's the same handwriting.
That's John's.
Hmm.
Does anybody recognize it?
You're still picking up papers.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a long time to pick them up and like sort them and try to put them in the correct
I
order.
like puzzles.
Will probably take hours. Yeah, it'll probably take several hours.
Who is this Will fella? Do you know of a Will?
Here's how many hours. 4 hours to put all this shit together. Now each other additional person working with you will have that. Yeah. What you
She
doing?
asked me if I know a will. You want me to roll for that?
Oh, is someone gathering
Will?
the papers?
Yeah,
it
it's
said
in the
Will
journal.
him again or whatever.
Yes,
or Will is
I'll help.
jealous.
So it'll only take 2 hours.
And that's in the last entry?
Yeah, will.
Make whatever assumption you want.
Do I know a will?
Mm-hmm.
Last name?
Shakespeare?
Shakespeare, yeah, that's what,
Oh.
that's what I was guessing.
That's the first will that you know that comes to mind.
I mean,
Surely he's not talking about Shakespeare.
so wouldn't
I
it
did
be
hear
1602
he's a jealous fella.
since 1603 is in March?
We're using the European dating, so it's been
Okay.
like 3 months. 2
Or
months
he's a spell
since
jelly?
the 1602 dates.
Ah, okay.
So
Shakespeare's
we're gonna
still
use like
on.
typical regular American dating just because it's gonna get fucking really weird and confusing. I wish this didn't take place in January. I wish it took place in any other time of the year. What was your question, Kyle?
Shakespeare's not big yet, right?
Yeah. Oh
he
God,
is?
yeah. His plays are adored. You
When does
were
he
in.
die?
You were in. He doesn't die till 1616, I think. Something like that.
Well,
He's still young, and he's in his. I think he's in his 30s at this
what
point.
would Shakespeare have to be jealous about?
Well,
He's already gone it all.
we don't know about the
I don't.
speculations of like
I don't think
plagiarism
it's
and stuff,
Shakespeare.
right?
Does
Like, we would-
No, that hasn't really come about
Does
yet.
John make plays?
Yeah, it's
This,
playwright.
some of these pieces of paper look like pages of a play. You've noticed that. You would recognize that.
Hey, this could be a play that you came up with.
And there's more than one handwriting too on some of these pieces. of
There's
paper.
what?
There's not. It's different handwritings on some of these pieces. Of
Oh.
paper.
I don't deal with
Look
that
at
kind of
these
stuff
T's.
anymore.
See if these are the works of John.
If Hawksworth, if you examine some of the papers that they're busy picking up, at least he is.
Ashton.
Some are John's handwriting. You're helping too. Some, so Ashton's helping too. Some are another handwriting. Go ahead and give me your own language.
Oh yeah, I know
Give
that.
me your own language, and that's what we're going to use to see if you recognize this. The rest of you might not. You guys, others looking at it, can give me a half knowledge check to see if you recognize certain of the lines. You got it. Oh my God. One of the pieces of paper that he shows you is a play. It's these are
What is happening?
Aced it.
half your knowledge.
Oh, so just roll
So
it.
you made locksmith
2%.
made it. Okay, you aced it. You recognize this too. These. So Hawksworth and Selwyn.
Oh, above it's not. Right.
This is a print. This is a printed copy of Dr. Faustus, which has not been published yet.
It's not been published?
Correct.
Oh.
It's
But
never been like printed
earlier
and
you said-
sold.
Oh, okay.
So
we've seen
this
the
is an
play.
original script of Dr. Faustus.
Oh my
You're
God.
guessing this might be Marlowe's handwriting.
Vincent! I just found the play I wrote.
I've been looking for this
Oh
everywhere.
my God.
Selwyn, you didn't write this. I know Marlowe wrote this.
Well, he got the idea from me. I'm illiterate.
He got the idea from me. Oh my God, here we go.
We have
All right.
all those journals.
Give me that, you bell-end.
Well, there's a lot still on the floor all over the place.
You're the end of the bed.
It'll take several hours. You don't have a sword, dumbass.
I know.
Grabs the dead body.
Oh God!
The worst weapon ever. And you're not carrying your axe. It's too big for you to like walk around town.
Oh really?
Yes.
The one-handed one?
Yes.
Jesus.
It's still like this big. It'll show if you're carrying.
Oh, but I'm wearing that full cloak.
All right, you can carry it, but people are gonna notice this big thing sticking out in the back of you. Okay?
I mean, is it like weird to
No,
walk
it's
around
not
with an
really
axe?
legal. People might be like. So that's about it. God's blood. Anyway, it's going to take several hours to actually piece together the papers on the floor. If you guys want to do that, if you don't want to do that, alerting a constable to this at some point is probably advisable. You don't have to do it right away.
Okay.
And it doesn't stink. The body doesn't stink. It's too fucking cold. It is cold as shit in this house too, by the way. There's a small fireplace in this bedroom that's got some ashes in it. So it's been lit before. What's your question?
Oh, I was in the game question. I was just gonna say something.
Go then. Go.
Might I suggest we start a fire if we're going to be here a while?
Thawing the corpse would be a terrible idea, I feel. Why don't... Godfrey, you haven't done much yet. Why don't you go find the constable?
Godfrey's downstairs. You have to call down.
What?
Godfrey, go...
Run!
Will you please go alert the constable to what has happened here?
Alright.
We must gather the papers quick.
We'll take this.
You can gather all the papers, but it'll take you hours to like sort them out.
Oh,
Figure out
it's in
the
a bunch.
order.
It's just a bunch of
It's
papers.
just scattered
Oh,
everywhere.
God.
The manuscript was obviously like written down on paper, it's not in a book. You've still got the diaries if you want to have them. Well, or you do.
I
They're
didn't hand
there.
them to
Somebody
him,
can have the
but they're just
diaries. Police investigations at this time are pretty sparse, and this is obviously a suicide. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not like stabbed or something like that. So, the constable will probably. You guys would all know the constable will probably not like be confiscating any items and
Oh.
really care if people are in this man's house. To be very honest. Especially if someone bribes him a few coins to let you stay here for as long as you want, and you don't have to stay. What do you guys want to do? Are you going to alert the constable?
Yes.
Okay, so Godfrey's off. You eventually find a constable who you can bring back.
Is there a closet?
His staff.
Yeah,
there are no
he's in-
closets. There's not even a wardrobe in this place. It looks like he just threw his clothes on the floor. Probably slept in a pile of his own clothes. You don't see a bed or anything in this room. It's very
been home
sparse.
for like a couple of days.
Yeah,
Right?
it's very sparse. The constable eventually shows up. You guys have gathered up all the papers together. They're just in one big pile. You've got the journals.
Is there any luggage or anything since we just got home?
No, unless you want to count the gin bottles. The constable shows up, like pokes the body. Well, he always on himself. Poor blood is in hell now, I suppose. Well, someone come down. Let's get him out of here. Do that sword. Cut him down. Okay, you cut. The body crashes to the ground. All right, someone come in, pick him up. Let's take him. We'll take him with us. Come on, let's go. Come on.
That's you all over. So we're carrying the body.
Yeah, you guys-
I barely lift his
You
foot.
guys carry the body to where this constable wants it to go, and you leave it there.
There will
It'll
be no
disposed
song
of.
sung of this.
Why would there be?
Okay, so the body's disposed of. You guys have got who's got all the paperwork?
I've just got the journals.
They were-
You've got the journal. Did you
Yes,
want
I'm
to grab
carrying
all
the
the papers?
mess of paper.
Did you grab the papers?
Actually, yes, I would
The
want
two
to.
of you have a mixed mess of papers,
Yeah.
which will take 4 hours to sort through. What do y'all want to do?
Well, we came for a party. Can we not do go get some grub?
I'm famished.
There are taverns and inns all over London. There's tons of them.
We
The
can
Mermaid
talk
is a
about it
place
then.
where a lot of actors and stuff go, but there are tons of other taverns if you want to go. The Mermaid's in central London. You have to go back across the London Bridge. Where do you want to go?
Let's go to the Mermaid. I think John might have told other people he was coming back to London, so let's see if anyone knows what happened in these past couple of days.
Fine idea.
Bartram Darrington is the Mermaid's is the keeper.
Oh,
I said it's innkeeper. It should be barkeeper. There's a picture of Bartram. You guys have this. You guys get a big table. You got this pile of papers. You can start sorting through it, but even as you eat, you get grease all over it. Who cares? It wasn't even London. Yeah.
Takes one of the journal entries.
No, you wouldn't want to do that. That would smear shit off. So you eat. You have beer or ale, whatever. Some wine. There's wine available. Did you question him? Do you want to talk to him about?
I was going to talk to him now.
Okay. So this is the guy. This is just a guy that you would know really well because you used to frequent the Mermaid a ton.
Yeah.
The rest of you are meeting him now. This Bartram, and he brings you your drinks and stuff, and he's off doing his own business. You start. Who's doing what? You got 2 journals, and you've got all this paperwork.
Please, if I'm going to go around and talk to all the other actors that are drinking here, since they're drinking, they might be more apt to tell me what happened to John if anyone knows. Here's the journals, Marlowe's and John's. I would look in John's more. I'll be back once I'm done talking, and then tell me what you find, please. I want to get down to the bottom of this, please.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, who's doing what then? You're gonna talk.
Marlowe's.
You're grabbing Marlowe's journal. Okay. That one.
We also need to sort out all this.
There's a lot in this one. This is a thick one. It's got a lot written in it. So it'll take you. Roll me a d4. That's how many hours it's going to take you to read it. We're in a sec. And that's the triangular shaped, like the little pyramid.
Can I use like library use to like sort these papers faster?
No, but the more people that do it, so it'll take you a couple hours to really just totally read the whole thing through. It's in English. Marlowe's handwriting's not too bad.
I guess I'll
What are
be
you doing?
reading the other journal.
So you're going to grab Croft's journal. What about the 2 of you?
I'll start sorting.
Help
Okay.
sort out the.
Okay, so if the 2 of you both work on it, it takes a couple hours. Roll me a d6 and divide it by 3 for how long? Because actually, no, it'll take you less than an hour to read Croft's journal. There's not a whole lot in it, and you can just boom, go ahead, and those are the entries of interest. So we said 2 hours for Katie. You're walking around. You get a lot of people snub you. But others who are still friends with you, who will talk, you know,
Oh, yeah.
you're a censor, remember?
That's right, yeah.
You actors. Some of the actors hate you. The playwrights are the worst. They're like, meh. But there's some playwrights who've actually not written treasonous shit that are fine. You're fine. They're fine with you. And then there's some writers who you're really not in charge of that side of it, like book writers, like Ben Jonson and stuff. Will talk with you. So everyone is surprised. John Croft is dead.
Haven't you heard?
When did this happen?
Just now.
How the bloody hell would I have heard? If it just
came
happened
from his
now?
house. I don't know how rumors spread. They spread quick.
It's London.
Oh, Kent's there. You can be talking with Kent.
Oh, Kent!
Jesus wept, Hawksworth. Oh, good God, man. What's that?
Oh, I miss the good old days.
So Croft is dead.
Had you heard?
I'm just writing some play. That's all I heard. Just writing some play.
What?
I heard he was writing some play.
What was the name of it?
I don't know. All I've heard is rumors. That's all I've heard.
Well, rumours spread like wildfire. What were they saying? Was it good?
Ah.
No.
That's what it does. I don't think so. Well, he was working on it was like a secret. It was a secret play. And
Oh, secret till they're done.
Well, you know, and Croft's kind of he was a great writer. I mean, he wrote that thing a few years ago. It didn't do well, and then there's ask Bartram. Ask him. He might. Yeah, the innkeeper. He knows everybody.
All right. How's the blow?
Doing well. When you coming back? This job of censoring is not for you, lad. You have a gift.
I
And he starts to
know.
talk. This ends up taking like 10 minutes as he's like kept talking to you.
How much money
Okay.
do you want? Hi.
Kent's like, bring Bartram. And he buys an ale for you, and he wants you to come back to the Globe, and he knows that one play was that your gift lies in your acting. He's really pumping you up. And all
I
this
know.
stuff.
I know.
Kent was always good to you.
I'll think about it, Kent. I'll think about it.
All right,
You let me know when you got the perfect role for me.
I will.
What?
What?
Bartram.
Good day.
Haven't you heard?
Oh yes. About Croft.
Yes.
Yes. Word around this tavern is he died last night.
I've been saying that. That's where you're hearing it from. It's from me. I was just from there. And Kit told me you know something about his secret play.
Well, not too much.
It's not so secret then, is it?
That's why I don't know too much.
What do you
Well, he
know?
was a regular. Croft was a regular here. You know.
Of course.
Till recently, he came in one night, talking like he's got like food spewing out of his mouth.
Oh, Bartram.
Jesus.
Jesus. Jesus.
It's all right. I'll just wipe right off. See, wipes right off.
A
He's
chicken leg
waving
hits you
his
in the
knife
face.
around.
It's more disgusting than I am.
He's a big fat. He's sweatier than you.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh,
you need to
God.
hang out with this guy more often.
Just sitting there looking jealously at him.
Sweat off. Go.
Yes,
Well, he came in one night and he started like a lunatic. He upset the customers so much that a couple people actually left. In fact, yeah. Huh, you know what? There was a lyricist, David Moore. He used to come around here quite often. He used to hang out with the same gentleman. Yeah, that's strange. I just remember that. Anyway, but I didn't see Croft after that, but you know that his death doesn't come as shock. He was a well-known drunkard and troublemaker, and he had other habits as well. And he gives you like a conspiratorial wink. For his divine retribution, it was.
Oh, John. Jesus. Wait, what about a man named Will? Was you ever hear of a man named Will?
Shakespeare?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, Croft knew Shakespeare. He's they worked together on something. I don't know what though.
Did they talk a lot?
Yeah, back in the day. I haven't seen Shakespeare in a week or so. But he's been all busy with that new play that oh damn, I can never remember the name of this one. It's brand new. It's oh bugger me. Bugger.
Take your time, it's fine.
It's about a prince.
Well, it's always got a prince.
Right. But this is a prince of Denmark. Not a British prince, not one of the histories.
We wrote about a prince.
Hamlet. That's what it's called. It's brand new.
Oh, that'll never sell.
He's been working on that for years. I say it was influenced by Marlowe. You know, Christian Marlowe used to come around here too
Oh,
back in the
yeah,
day.
yeah,
Well, I
I
remember
remember
him before he
Marlowe,
got killed up on wherever it was. I don't remember. Southport? No. Deptford? No. Detworth. How the hell did that man die? Deptford. He like pounds you on the back.
Oh,
Like he's so happy that he remembered.
Alright, Bartram, one last question for you. When was the last time John was in here?
Oh, it was a few days ago. That was that night that he went crazy. Oh, he was acting like a lunatic. That man left. The man was all walked out. A few days ago, I don't remember exactly when. Oh wait, did I put the? Ooh, I put the calendar. What did I say it was the 6th? This is a Thursday.
the note.
What month are we in? March?
January.
Oh, we are 6th of January?
6th of January. Thursday, January 6th, 1603. Very cold out. Very cozy in this tavern, actually, in the Mermaid. There's a big fire on one side. The smell of food is very strong. And the food is actually quite good here. And the ale is cool. It's, cellar temperature. And very good.
What was that guy's name? Devin Moore or something?
Devin.
The Moore guy, the lyricist. Can't spell him.
Oh, David Moore.
David.
Yeah, you can ask more about him if you want.
Oh, yeah. What about David Moore?
Oh, he was a regular drinker until about a year ago. He was a young composer, hymns and madrigals, a student of the great Irish composer John Dowland, whose star seems to be in the ascent, if you ask me. One of Moore's more popular tunes, The King Come Forth, wreathed in gold. The King come forth, wreathed in gold, his blessings sing within my soul. The King come forth, the heavens glow to carry me up into his fold. And then he kind of leans towards you and his voice lowers and he goes, the last time I did see him was some 6 months ago. He came late one evening, screaming for drink. God's teeth. He were in a state. His face were all mucky and cut. Looked like he'd been in a rare fight. He points to the table in the corner. Not far from actually where you guys are, where these two are like putting papers down on this whole table that you guys are in has got food, and then there's just papers all over it right now. But it's not unusual. You can see some people writing, like sitting in drinking and writing here at the Mermaid. And pencils are actually available now, guys, by the way. I found out pencils were invented. Cheap pencils were invented maybe 15, 20 years ago, so they're actually common. He went across the table over there, just sat in his zone. So I brought him a large gin on the house. I always like Tennessee. Fond of spurring a bit of money about he where it makes business better for all of us. Anyway, I brought a drink over to him, and he was just sitting there talking to himself. I was not able to catch what he was saying, except he was talking about someone called Joseph and someone called Dutchy. I asked if he were all right, and he looked up to me and he just laughed. I confess I thought he were mad, the way he just kept laughing. So come shutting up time, I did ask him to move along, and he just sat there. And I asked him again, but he did tell me he were waiting for someone. Then, just when everybody else was going home, I was needing to move him myself, this gentleman comes in, tall, well-dressed, quite the courtier. He stands at the door for a minute, and then he goes over to Master Moore, and he sits by, and they talk for a moment, and then this gentleman helps Master Moore up and almost carries him out. Now, from the way Master Moore were carrying on, I warranted he did not want to go with that gentleman. He was saying, leave me be, Joseph, leave me be, I cannot go on. And this Joseph drags him out in the street. I do believe Master Moore was crying by the time he were outside. That was the last time I did see him. I did see that Joseph once more about 3 weeks ago. He came in here and sat in that same corner talking to some other gentleman with a foreign accent, that one I told you about, that left when John Croft was babbling on that night. And they were talking for about 5 minutes before they left separately. I was serving them ale and I heard them talking about Master Moore and poor old Christopher Marlowe. Now, there is a name I had not heard for a time. The one called Joseph says something about Moore being as weak as Master Marlowe, and the foreigner laughs and says that St. Mary's is the best place for him. But that's all I know about that.
You have quite the memory, boy.
Oh, I remember everything. I do indeed. I might not remember when, where, and why, and how, but I do remember everything. You can make me a half-no roll. Reading, sorting, reading.
Half a no. Yeah.
You made it?
Yeah.
Okay. St. Mary's, who you mentioned St. Mary's is the best place for him, is probably St. Mary's of Bethlehem, the insane asylum, up near Bishopsgate. Sort. We didn't figure. Oh, yeah, that's going to take 2 hours. So, and it took you 2 hours, but you're going to be done fairly quickly. So
Just gotta finish this last.
they'll still be probably working unless you want to help them.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a coin down.
Okay.
Thank you, Borchard.
Well, thank you, sir.
I'll go back over there with them.
Bites it and sticks it in his pocket. Okay, you gonna help them sort?
Yep.
Okay, that's gonna knock it down to. Let's see, it was 2 hours, and about a third of that is probably an hour. No, probably 45 minutes now, if you guys all work together. So you'll still be reading Katie. James will be done with Croft's diary. Those are the only entries that seem to be of any interest. A lot of the others are boring shit, James. Like, worked on this play today. Blah blah blah.
Some of it's like that, but I know it's
There's not a whole lot written.
There's
in
not anything I need to read for Christmas.
Yes, actually. But this is after 2 hours of. Is this handout 3? Pardon my burps, guys. I had a meatloaf sandwich. It was so good. Now the smell. Is gonna
Now, I've got a lot to say, but I want to hear what you all have found first, and then we can all just...
Are you gonna wait for her to finish reading? Him to finish
Well,
reading?
I guess you could ask them.
Oh, I thought you just said the time had passed.
No, it
Not
can.
for me.
It can be. Okay, so it can. It can be 2 hours later. You guys will have sorted through these 2 plays, or these 2 manuscripts, and
Okay, I've finished.
you can kind of figure out what they are now. The one from Marlowe is the full manuscript of the as yet unpublished but oft performed Dr. Faustus.
Did I read that whole play?
It's also accompanied by original discarded fragments. The second is pages written in the same hand as Faustus, and then 2 other hands. One is Croft's, you recognize, and the other one, I'm going to need an idea check from you, because you're the only
Can I
ones who might have
sprout
seen
it?
it. Huh?
Can I spell what it is? Because I think I got a good guess. at
Yeah,
it.
because you could have finished with that,
Yeah.
and you could have helped them too. Who do you think it is?
It's William, the Shakespeare fellow.
Well, I filled it in.
Okay,
I
so
filled it in.
you don't recognize the handwriting as Shakespeare's, but you don't remember what Shakespeare's handwriting looked like specifically. So it could be.
Seems much of
It could be. No.
In the journal, he says William helped him.
The cover of that manuscript reveals the manuscript to be a play entitled The King in Yellow, a play in 3 acts begun by Christopher Marlowe and completed by John Croft and Will Shakespeare. It doesn't appear complete. The King in Yellow does not appear complete. Looks like the first 2 scenes of the first act are extant. 2 short scenes which serve to introduce the characters. There's also several apparently unrelated quotes, presumably from later in the play. They're numbered in reference to the part of the play into which they're to be inserted. So they'll say 2-1 or something for Act 2, Scene 1, that kind of thing. But it's obviously unfinished. And by that time, Katie, you finished reading. Did you finish reading that little bit there that I gave
I
you?
was trying to follow what was going on.
That's okay, that's okay. Go ahead and read that real quick. And then we will...
Does it seem like it's close to the end of the play?
No. This looks like... only the first 2 scenes of the first act are done.
Out of
Which
3
is
acts?
out of 3 acts. And acts, there might be 5 to 7 acts in a play. Usually 5 is pretty normal.
And-
5 acts is usually normal.
And it's only the first 2 and the second.
First 2 scenes of the first act.
Oh, so it's not
supposed to be
even
3
anywhere
acts.
near
Right,
finished.
it's not even near finished. So once
How
Katie's
can there
done
be
reading,
so many pages if it's not even close to being finished?
most of these pages turn out to be Marlowe's Dr. Faustus.
Which is already.
And others are there are also a lot of loose notes of like this needs to be said by this character and this scene. You know, in scene 2, act 2, there might be a short scene written out.
Is Dr. Faustus already out at this time?
It's not been published. It's never been published yet.
Okay.
It's been performed a lot. It's a very popular play. It's beloved actually.
So you seem to believe that Croft and Shakespeare are working together.
Well, maybe
Yes.
we should ask Shakespeare.
He's
Well,
not
it's
here.
2 hours, so it's around 3 in the afternoon probably.
I don't know where Shakespeare would be right now. I hardly know the man. To be honest.
Alright.
Okay, and you finished reading your
Maybe.
stuff. Kate, I need a
But-
sanity check from you. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this book real quick, and then everybody can